pleased to win. I thought there was some very good moments through the course of the game. I think we probably look a lot like a lot of teams that you're not exactly at your final product yet because you're still very much coming through preseason. But there was some good stuff. Some things that we've been talking about over the last week were starting to come out, which were nice. So good. There's good play. Guys are getting the fitness. They're getting their legs under them, which is a big part of this last stretch of games. I thought the ball was moving quickly. I thought our positional play, our rotations, different things, our movement was good. Defensively, some good moments. I still think we want to tighten up a little bit there. There's a few more chances than what I would like to be giving up, but they're a good team as well, so you have to give them some credit sometimes. But we're in a good spot. It's again, we're not a perfect machine yet. That's a work in progress, but nobody will be on day one. So it's continuing to grow and build and continue the process. But we're where we want to be, and the guys are excited to start the season. It's 7 weeks is a long preseason, so everybody's ready to go.
Greg, can you talk about Memo Rodriguez and Efrain Alvarez? Both seem to have really good preseasons. Memo especially come in and really fit in, and Efra just sort of his progression.
Yeah, I think both have our style of play, and the way we play suits both of them extremely well. Obviously, when they're able to, coming off the wings, connect with our midfield, it's just a game that it's difficult for oppositions because the ball's moving fast, players are interchanging, there's a lot of fluidity inside of what's going on. Trying to get them to think also a little bit about wingers, so they were running through the lines sometimes, they were trying to get in behind the back line, so we're just when you have players like that who like to get the ball at their feet, it's just trying to find the balance between encouraging them to run and receive the ball in the run sometimes, and making runs that also move defenders for other people, things like that. So inside of all that, I thought they had a really good night. Obviously, it's great to see Efra score. He gets himself into good positions a lot, and he almost had a couple. The volley was one of those where he got through the line and was in a good spot. So, but I think, again, the way we play and the way we want to play really suits those guys. And it's just with our wingers, it's finding the balance again between looking for the ball at your feet and continuing to stretch the game a little bit at times. So I thought we've had a better balance of that tonight than we've had through preseason.
And Tyler Boyd and his status now with, I think, a little less than a week.
Yeah, I think everything is right there, done or close to being done. So it was good to get him out there a few minutes. He's had a lot of minutes this week, and this is his first week of preseason, so it was asking a lot, and he also was a little bit under the weather, so we intended to play him a little bit more and shrunk that down even, just because he wasn't feeling great. But he wanted to keep moving forward as we did, so hopefully everything will be finalized, announced, and all that stuff in the next couple of days. So it's the worst secret in the history of the league at this point.
Hey, Greg, just wanted to know the status of Martin Cáceres. He didn't dress today.
Yeah, Martin just had some dental work, if you will, yesterday. It was something he needed to get sorted out, and it was an emergency of sorts. So he needed a couple days where he couldn't head the ball, but he'll be back into training and everything normal on Monday. So.
Yeah, and you guys got to have a full preseason of Ricky Puig. I know this preseason he's kind of been beaten up a little bit, but he's still shown that flashes of brilliance. I mean, what have you been able to, I guess, see him progress maybe from the sample size of the preseason?
Yeah, I mean, Ricky's a fantastic player. The speed at which he's capable of doing things is just another level, right? And at times he plays simple and he gets the ball, but when he picks up the ball and starts moving through seams and gaps on the dribble or on the run, he changes the game because, again, he forces multiple people to have to defend him and draws people towards him, which then opens up other people, and that opens up different opportunities. And so, for him, it's just getting comfortable really with the people around him. It's not as much, so much teaching him the game necessarily, but it's getting the relationships with the other guys around him, getting guys into good spots when he's on the ball, getting guys running when he's on the ball in the right places in the right ways. So it's also connecting people with him, not just him connecting with people, right? And so a lot of those things are starting to come around. Guys are understanding better what he's looking for when he picks up the ball, what things are important. And so he will continue to drive our team in many ways, but it's fun to watch him on the field, and the way he plays the game is exciting. And it's part of what will enable this group to, I think, continue to find new levels this year as they keep working together.
Yeah, and Mark Delgado scored a great goal. But, most games he does the dirty work that not a lot of people see. How important is he to your setup?
Yeah, again, Mark is, I've said this over and over about him. He's a guy that he never makes the game about himself. He's always working for everybody else, balancing off, playing quickly. Usually he plays in 1 or 2 touches. I think in this particular situation, he actually found himself with a little bit of time and space, and he likes to shoot in training. It was nice to see this one go in. Let's just say that. But he hits an ugly ball. He hits a knuckler that is kind of nasty when he catches it right, and this one he caught right and put it in the right spot. So it was good. I was happy for him. He makes a lot of runs and does a lot of running and work and transition to defend and all those kinds of things at a high level. So it was nice to see him to get a goal, because I know for guys like that to do that, those are special moments. So I'm sure it helped that it was against Toronto. He probably felt a little bit better about that, even though it's preseason.
Hey, Greg, congratulations on tonight. How did you feel about the supply to DeJean tonight?
I thought he did a solid job of holding up a play, linking things up. But again, it's going to come down to for DeJean, even for Javi, for guys like that. When we can get behind the defense or the back line, we can get to the end line and we can stretch the game a little bit. It'll open up more spaces in front of the defense for them, if that makes sense. It'll make the center backs really defend deep into their box, which opens up spaces where these guys are deadly in the box. So I didn't think he got as many touches inside the box as I would like him to get, but I felt like, some of his link-up play and his defensive work and some of the things that helps a team be successful when you don't score on a night as a forward, he did a lot of those little things, I thought, through the course of the game. But, but in terms of touches in and around the box, he probably didn't see as many as we would like our forward to get sometimes.
And just a quick follow-up. Jalen's had a lot of minutes over the preseason. Do you anticipate him being in the starting 11 on Saturday?
Well, it was by design that I gave Jalen a lot of minutes because he's a kid with not a ton of experience. So I felt like every minute in preseason was a new experience for him and a new opportunity. So I think he's proven that he's capable of playing at this level, and he's ready to play when we call upon him. I don't feel any stress if I start him or don't start him. I think he's ready to go, and I think that was really the intention of preseason, starting with his 2 games with the U.S. team, and then the amount of minutes we were able to get him through the course of preseason. I think he's gotten a good feel for the MLS level now, and he managed it quite well, to be fair to him. So I think he's ready to go. I'm not announcing lineups tonight, so I won't give that up. But at the same time, I have no problem putting him in a lineup and feeling like he'll be ready to go.
We've also seen Yuri Russell.
Yuri, yeah.
Is he part of? You think he's part of the? Is he part of this group going forward? And also with Efra.
You guys wanted me to give up all the secrets that are going on right now? Not all of them, but sorry, I cut off your question.
No, you can go with that one, then I'll follow.
Go with that one first.
Yeah.
Again, Yuri is work in progress. He came in and he was training with the group, and I think 2 days in he got a concussion, and he was out for about 10 days, 9 to 10 days, and as of the last few days, he's back in, and so we're just working through the details on that. But he's somebody that will help the team this year, yes.
And with Efra, maybe is his 5th year, I believe. What's been your conversation with him coming into this season here? Everybody know what Zlatan said about him when he was 17 or 8 or whatever, but now you think he's really ready to take that next step that young players usually take?
He needs to be. You see tonight, and you've seen over many stretches of his young career already how talented he is. But it's not about talent. It's not about the one moment. It's about the consistency inside of a game. It's about the consistency from game to game. It's about everything, lifestyle to performance to everything that you want to achieve out there. And he's been highly focused and dedicated through the course of preseason. I think he's taken big steps forward even in preseason. He knows this is an important year for him because he can't any longer really be the talented young player. That's kind of over now, and it's now the player who has to step in and have an impact on the team and help decide games because he's capable of it. He's capable of getting goals and assists and changing the outcome of things. But inside of that, he's just got to keep doing consistently all the little things, the work, the transitioning, the connecting passes, the simple passes at the right times, because the kid is I mean, he's off the charts talented, but we got to get all the other things, little things, working with that.
No, I'll take one last one with Josh.
Greg, continuing on you giving away all the secrets. Wanted to ask about rumors. There's.
I don't like rumors.
Yeah, I don't like them either.
They're hardly ever true. but-
That's what I hear. 20-year-old Lucas Calgary, I guess from Fluminense. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. He's been linked with the LA Galaxy. Is that somebody you've had your eye on? And also, rumors today sort of fluttered about Marcelo possibly coming and playing for the LA Galaxy.
So in the group of right backs, Caligari is one of the players, one of the right backs that we have communicated with or aware of, and so he is in the short list of guys that are there. Marcelo, I'm not aware of any conversations there, just to be frank with that. Unless that changes tomorrow, there's nothing there. So that's the end of my giving up rumors for the day. All right. Thanks, everyone. Yep, take care.